Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I have a fun video where I'm sharing farmhouse DIYs for the whole house. I'll be sharing 6 different projects that are super easy and affordable to create. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you do, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it. It always helps out my channel. Now let's go ahead and get right into it. For the first DIY, I'm creating a sign for my kitchen, and I'm using this unfinished wood framed piece from Michaels. The first thing I wanted to do was stain the entire frame. So here I'm just using a small paintbrush to apply this wood tint, and it is from Faythchik777 in the color Walnut. And again, I just stain the entire frame and then also the back of the sign as well to make it look completely finished. Once that wood tint was dry, I then went in with my Waverly chalk paint in the color Ivory and I painted the inside base of the frame. I'm also using these unfinished wood letters to spell out the words Farmers Market. Both style of these letters can be found at Joann Fabrics. And for all of the letters today, I'm painting them with my Faythchik777 chalk paint in the color Rich Black. Next, it's time to start assembling everything together. So here I'm just getting all of my letters spaced where I want them to be, making sure that they're centered. I did the word market on the bottom, and then above the word market, I did the word farmers right in the center. Once I had them placed where I wanted them to be, I then started using hot glue to attach each one of the letters back down. Here is the sign all finished. It's a really simple and classic piece for your kitchen. It was really easy to create and also affordable. Before we get into the next DIY today, I do want to let you guys know that today's video is a collaboration with 2 of my good friends here on YouTube. We have Linda, who is hosting Faythchik777's DIY by Design, and then also Lisa, aka Dollar Mom. They're both going to be doing farmhouse DIYs for the whole house, just like I am today. So once you're done watching my video, make sure that you head on over to both of their channels to check out their farmhouse for the whole house videos as well. I will have a link to both of their channels down in my description box. Now let's get back into it for DIY number 2. I'm creating a tiered tray with these 2 unfinished wood round trays. These did come in a pack together at Michaels. The larger one is 12 inches and then the smaller one is 10 inches. So the first thing I did was use my Faythchik777 wood tint in the color Walnut to stain both of these wood trays. I did the front, the sides, and the bottoms of both of them. Then I'm going to be using 2 of these wood small table legs. These I did pick up from Lowe's, and I'm painting both of them with my Waverly chalk paint in the color Ivory. Next, I'm using a measuring tape to find exactly where the center is on the larger tray. I'm then using hot glue to attach one of the table legs right in the center. It is always best to use a more sturdy glue like E6000 so that you can have a better hold. I'm then using my measuring tape again to find out where the center is on the bottom of the smaller tray. And then I'm going to be hot gluing that onto that table leg that I just attached to the larger tray. For the second table leg, I'm using my drill to create a hole in the center of the bottom of the leg so that I can add a decorative piece. The piece I'm using is off of an old decorative key. I just broke the key part off and I thought it looked like a really cute handle. So here I'm just using some hot glue to attach it into the hole that I just created. But if you wanted to get a similar handle piece like this, they do have really cute ones at Hobby Lobby. For the last step, I'm adding the second table leg using some hot glue right in the center of my top wood round. Here is the tiered tray all finished. I ended up adding some decorative pieces that I have at home, and I think it looks so high-end and so beautiful. It was really inexpensive and super easy to do, and it cost way less than if I were to go and buy a piece like this already made in a retail store. Now moving right into DIY number 3, I'm going to be creating a cute little kitchen accent piece. And I'm using this Woodpile brand unfinished wood piece with beads from Hobby Lobby, and it was only $3.49. I decided to just use this piece that was already put together because it costs way less than if I were to buy each one of these pieces separately and then put them together. So I'm just going to add my own little touch on this. And the first thing I'm doing is applying some of my folk art wood tint in the color Walnut with one of my little paint brushes. I just applied the wood tint on each one of the beads and then wiped away the excess with a paper towel. It is a little bit messy, so if you wanted to not get your hands dirty, you could always just wear some gloves, but I hate wearing gloves. I just wash my hands and it comes off super easy. So once I had all of the beads stained, then I just went ahead and stained the round wood piece that's attached at the bottom of it as well. I thought it would be really cute to add this wood leaf cutout that I had in my craft stash. I believe this is from the Target dollar spot a while ago, and it came in a kit. And I'm just going to be painting it with my sage colored chalk paint from Folk Art. I'm also going to be using 3 wood letters. These ones came from Joann Fabrics, and I'm painting each one of them with my Waverly chalk paint in the color Ivory, and obviously I'm spelling out the word eat. After the paint dried, I'm then going to be using some hot glue to attach the leaf right in the center top part of the wood round, and then right under the leaf I'm going to be attaching all of my letters to spell out the word eat. And this is what the piece looks like all finished. It was so easy to do since a lot of it was already put together. I just added my own little touch on it so that it would match perfectly with my kitchen. And I was able to use just items I already had in my craft stash, and this was a super easy and affordable project. Now moving into DIY number 4. For this one, I'm going to be making a piece for my bedroom, and I'm using this window arched picture frame from Dollar Tree. And the first thing I'm doing is just removing the little clip that's at the very top. And then once I had the clip removed, I also removed the small screw that was on there as well. Next, I'm going to start painting the frame, but before I just went ahead and put a piece of paper towel underneath the little stand of the frame and the wood part so that I didn't get the paint on the stand. But I ended up painting the stand the same color anyway, so you don't really need to do that. And the paint that I'm using is from Waverly in the color Ivory. I'm also using this joy sign. This obviously was from Christmas time, but I just really loved the wood frame around this, so I decided to use it today. And I'm going to be painting the entire inside of this frame with that same ivory colored paint, and I'm leaving the frame around it that stain color. The words I'm going to be using on this sign today are P.S. I love you. I did cut them out on my Cricut, but if you don't have a Cricut, you could always use some of the stickers from Dollar Tree. Those are always a great option. So here I'm just getting the PS transferred first, and that is going to be on the top left-hand side. And then once I have that transferred, I'm going to transfer the I love you words right underneath that, but centered. I'm then going to be adding one of these unfinished wood leaf pieces that I had from the Target dollar spot a while ago. I'm just using some hot glue to attach that around the words P.S. I love you. And then I'm going to be using some hot glue to attach that frame right in the center of my window arch. For the last step, I'm going to be creating a double bow with this ribbon from Joann Fabrics. To do that, I wrap the ribbon around my pointer and middle finger twice. I'm then taking the end of the ribbon and pushing it through the little hole that's between my 2 fingers closest to my hand. I'm then pulling that end of the ribbon back up. And then this time I'm going to be placing it through my pointer and middle finger and then looping it around the bottom loop that you can see there. Once I have that looped through, I'm then just pulling the end of that ribbon really tight. I hope that explained it well. I've tried to explain it in a couple other videos as well, and it's a little confusing, but you can kind of see how I do it. So now that I have the double bow created, I'm then just going to use some scissors to cut the ends of the bow or the ribbon in a diagonal shape. I'm then going to be attaching that double bow using some hot glue above the frame onto the window arch. Here's the piece all finished. I think this one turned out so cute. It was affordable, easy to do, and still has that high-end look. Next up is DIY number 5. For this one, I'm using this unfinished wood piece from Hobby Lobby. I did recently get this on clearance for under $3. It has the base that you can actually hang on the wall, and then these 3 square containers. I'm just going to be using it as a tabletop piece, but you could always use this and hang it on the wall as well. So the first thing I'm doing is using my folk art wood tin in the color walnut to stain all of the square pieces. Now I am only going to be doing the little square containers, and I'm leaving the lids because I'm going to be doing those a different color. The bottom base piece that the containers sit inside of, I'm painting with my Waverly paint in ivory, and then I'm also going to be painting the top lids the ivory color as well, but I'm leaving the little knob at the top because I'm going to be staining that the same walnut color that I stained the square containers. For all of the containers, I did want to add some decals, so I created a few different ones on my Cricut. This first one here says floss picks, and I'm just getting it centered onto my first container and then transferring it. If you don't have a Cricut to create these, you can always use stickers or even a paint marker, which is a great option. For the second one, I did the words Q-tips, and then for the third container, I did the words cotton swabs. I'm then placing all of the containers back into their base and adding all of the lids. Obviously, I need to add the actual Q-tips, floss picks, and cotton swabs, but I will do that later on. So this is what the project looks like all finished. I think it is so cute. I paid under $3 for this on clearance at Hobby Lobby, so it was super inexpensive and really easy to do. Now for the 6th and final DIY today, I'm creating another bathroom piece. I'm using this sign from Dollar Tree, and the first thing that I started to do was paint it with my rich black chalk paint from Folk Art, but then I realized I needed to add my beads, and I do this every single time I add beads. I start painting before I add them and then realize I needed to add them. So here I'm just using these little sticker beads from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to be placing them along the edge of the entire circle. So once I have all of my little stickers attached, I'm then just painting the entire front and back of this piece with that rich black chalk paint from Folk Art. I'm then going to be painting the base piece with my Waverly paint in the color ivory, and then I wanted to have the beads pop a little bit, so I took that same ivory color and I dry brushed it on top of all of the beads just to make them pop out so that you can see them a little bit more. For this project, I'm also going to be using these people silhouette unfinished wood cutouts of a man and a woman. These did come from Michael's, and I'm painting both of them with that same ivory colored chalk paint. Then for the last step, I'm hot gluing both the man and the woman right in the center of my sign. Here is the sign all finished. These silhouette people signs are super popular right now, and I just think they are so cute. I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, I hope that you will consider subscribing. Please be sure to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of my future videos. I would love to hear in the comments down below which project was your favorite. And also, please don't forget to go check out my friend Linda and Lisa's videos. I will have a link to their channels down in my description box. Thank you so much for watching.